What up? Well, I want to very apologize to the people who support us and our fans because we don't have an episode this week. We were all set. We went to Scary Dairy and they fucking shut us down.
So, Sunday night we were getting ready to allegedly film at the Scary Dairy. Allegedly. Not trespass. We don't do that shit.
We were definitely going to be trespassing.
And everything was set up to go. It was me, myself, and I, and Sean, and Patrick. Well, Patrick wasn't there. Actually, Jeff, his dad, Stefan, and Tim were supposed to go to the Scary Dairy.
We were waiting for Stefan, and Stefan didn't want to park near the gate, so I was informed. So he parked in the campus, which seemed like a really good idea, and Tim had left Sean, Isaac, Jeff, and myself there, and went to go get Stefan at the campus, which was a couple miles down the road.
And like maybe a whole 30 or 45 seconds went by after Tim left to go get Stefan, that a police car rolled up on us and we started getting hassled.
And they're real police. It's not just security officers now.
Waiting for Tim. Tim shows up and he's on his phone. He's like, dude, the police are down there right now. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said it could be a joke. I don't know. Let's go check it out.
I already have my story set up. It's really simple. I film all the time, so therefore cops come and interact with me all the time because I'm always filming without permits or in places I shouldn't be. So it's really simple. And on top of that, we didn't go into the Scary Dairy yet. We didn't even pass the gate yet. We were just on the side of the road. So technically we did nothing wrong. So it was just like there was no real story. It was like, hey, yeah, we intended to film here. We didn't know we needed a permit or permission to. We were just filming. Done. Deal. End of story.
Isaac was drinking. That's a real story. And they're asking, what do you guys do there? So me, the quick thinker that I am, say we are waiting here to meet some friends. So then we go to downtown, Old Town, Camarillo to have drinks. We're from a podcast. We're doing a vlog. And they're like, you're not going into Scary Dairy? I was like, no. I was like, is this where Scary Dairy is at?
I know the less you say, the better. So I'm not going to say anything. And Isaac speaks up and starts coming up with this story. And I'm looking at this cop. He does not believe a damn word being said. I mean, I kind of didn't believe it, but I was just sort of like, okay, maybe he doesn't know. And this guy knows what the hell is up. Everybody's going to that damn dairy.
Anyways, so my man Isaac Ice, he went to town, just started talking to the cops, telling them the story, and other people in our group started to kind of chime in, which maybe wasn't the best idea.
He comes in, and all of a sudden he's spinning this wild web about how we're meeting someone we know who's graduating at the college, and we're going downtown Camarillo to meet up with him, and we're just waiting for our friends to pick us up outside of the gate for Scary Dairy in the middle of nowhere in the dark. Super creative story. So I'm like, fuck, I have a camera here. What's the story now? So I'm quickly trying to spin something, and the cop looks at me. He's like, "Yeah, so what's the camera for then?" And he's like, "Oh, we vlog," and I'm like, "Yeah, we do that," and no one else is talking, so I'm trying to think like, fuck, if he's the only one talking, like what? I can't let Isaac dig us a deeper hole, so I gotta correlate this shit and make it seem more legit. Okay, so he's asking us questions, and then like he's asking, well, how many subscribers do you have? And Isaac's like, oh, I don't know, Jeff, how many do we have? I'm like, 1,200, 1,202, you know, and it's like we're trying to keep away from information that'll point them in the direction of the red light show, so they know that, oh, the last like 5 weekends these guys have gone to haunted places and they're here outside of Scary Dairy and they're not going to go in.
And then Jeff decides to talk and said, oh, who do we have to ask to get into Scary Dairy? And it's like, dude, bro, don't say anything, no less talking. Let me, the Latino who talks to the cops more frequently than your white ass does, do all the talking. And mostly everyone did but Jeff.
The cop asked me questions. I couldn't not talk because I was asked questions because I was the one holding the camera.
And I think he was being pretty cool because, you know, he already knew what the hell was up. He didn't think we were out there waiting for a friend. Here we are, he starts asking us, everybody's got freaking cameras on them and equipment and shit, and it's like, come on, really? You guys are just out in the middle of fucking nowhere and you just happen to have cameras? And then this story kept going on, and I was like, oh my God. I was having a blast. And the guy was pretty much, it seemed like he was just going to let us take off and go.
Now they told somebody that they were going to go just pick up someone and then we were going to leave and waiting there, but I don't think the cops fell for that because those guys have a lot of people showing up at that location trying to sneak in. So we didn't want to be part of that. The team really technically didn't have to be a part of that because they were just waiting there. They didn't even go into the property yet, so there was no foul, there was no crime committed. So I don't know what the big deal was with the police.
And so I whipped out my cell phone and I started texting Tim and like trying to let him know, hey, this is what's going on. Fucking cops are here. We're getting hassled. And maybe just trying to keep him, you know, in the loop with what the story should be.
At the same time, texting Tim saying the cops are here.
And I'm texting Tim, I'm like, do not come this way. Like, we're figuring this out. Don't come until we tell you to. Here's the story that we have so far.
And Jeff's texting. Isaac is texting. And at one point, I'm positive that Tim drives by because it looked like Tim in his car. But it's hard to tell because we're out in the middle of nowhere and it's dark. We got the eyes on the light in our eyes.
And we drive by to see what's happening. And sure enough, coming around the bend, we have 2 cop cars and everybody standing there with lights on them, waiting around. And I knew they were going to get rolled up by the police. They're going to get FI cards. They're going to be on record. I mean, this happens there a lot.
And they asked us for our IDs. They asked us that they were going to check the cameras, making sure we didn't go in there because we didn't get a chance to because they stopped us.
The cop was like, oh, you guys were trespassing, were you? And we're like, no, dude. He's like, because we're going to check the cameras. We're like, dude, check the fucking cameras. I don't care. Okay, we're going to check the cameras. Like, all right, cool.
Ain't nobody have no cameras back there. If you guys had cameras back there, you guys would have already been on us before that. And every other paranormal group that's been back there, there's just no cameras back there.
And I'm thinking in my head, you guys have a trail cam up in the middle of an abandoned dairy up on a hill, and you have it connected via what to your cop car? What kind of shit is that? You can just pull up your fucking trail like that? Is that how that works? I've never heard of something like that in a cop car. Can the city afford that?
They didn't find shit, of course, because we didn't do anything wrong. And then, yeah, after we gave them our IDs and they ran background checks on us all, and they found nothing. Sorry to disappoint. We went about our business, and it just ruined the rest of the night. Couldn't do anything after that, so here we are. Fuck.
Anyway, long story short, my quick thinking got us out of tickets, got out of handcuffs. They took our IDs. But once again, I foiled the police. So that was our Fun Fridays, and hopefully we can do it again. So they took their license and they put them in the books. So the next time we go, we have to climb over the mountain.
And it was just craziness, and it was funny because it made us feel like we were like high school kids trying to go sneak into a place. It was pretty wild, but it definitely was an adventure. So if you guys get a chance to check it out, check it out.
We didn't get to go. Sorry. Missed out on 2 episodes. That sucks. Whatever.
All in all, it was an exciting little night. Turned out a little different than I thought it would turn out, but it was still a good night.
But this week was just so hard to put together an episode, and this is like the last ditch effort. Is just to let you guys know, we won't have an edition this week, but we do have a lot of cool things coming up. We have a scavenger hunt on the 16th of October. We also have a fucking VCMA's showcase in October as well, on the corner of California and Main Street, and that's real cool, outside in sunny California in the fall. It's fucking beautiful. We also have 11/13. We have a bar crawl that we're doing with a lot of the musicians. And then hopefully earlier next year, we're going to do a couple of Ventura County or Ventura Theater local shows, and maybe some special appearances by certain people. So this is just all things are coming up. We apologize, no show this week, but we have something for you next week. So just stay tuned, and we will see you soon. Thank you for supporting us, and I'm out, bitch.